Well, they are one of the country's biggest bands. We're not talking about AC/DC or In Excess. We are talking, of course, about the Wiggles.
Well, they're a household name now. How much do you really know about the four friends from Sydney who 3 decades ago changed kids' entertainment forever? Well, you're about to find out.
Hot potato, hot potato. Hot potato, hot potato. Hot potato, hot potato. Potato, 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 potato.
It's the Wiggles, but not as you know them.
We met at university doing a course in early childhood. This connection with music and teaching is what became the Wiggles.
From making it in America,
Trying to get a footprint into the USA, it was hard. You know, back home we could sell out shows, but here in the US we're playing to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can count them on one hand, 5 people.
to waking up Jeff.
When I was teaching, a play came to preschool and the children had to wake up a tree. The tree would fall asleep and they'd have to go, wake up tree. And I thought, this is fantastic. So we gave him the role of just falling asleep.
Wake up, Jeff!
A new documentary is revealing how 4 friends from uni took over the world, one children's song at a time.
If you can bring any sort of happy memory, really privileged to be able to do that.
My childhood computer.
Childhood is never history. Childhood is always with us.
Oh, the OG Wiggles, Murray, Jeff, Greg and Anthony join us. Hi, congrats on this new documentary. This is a documentary that we didn't know that we needed. Seeing this, I'm like, I want to know everything. Why did you decide to do it, Anthony?
Well, it came, a New Zealand company came and approached us and I knew the cameraman and trusted him and they said, oh, they just want to tell the story. And the great thing was that it didn't come from us. So it's very honest and I looked at it the other day and couldn't believe how much time we've spent together, how much work, how much we've been through highs and lows together and still mates.
Yeah.
Tell you what's magnificent about it is watching the arc of your success. I mean, Murray, talk us through, we're just looking at some of that old vision where you're playing in front of a handful of people and then to look where you are now, it is just extraordinary.
Yeah, it was an amazing journey and, you know, it's one that we didn't really plan out. We started off as early childhood teachers, basically, and put out an album of music for children and just took it from there, really. And, you know, we treated it as an adventure and where the adventure took us ended up being all over the world.
Jeff, super fans of the Wiggles will even remember a time before the skivvies. At what point did the skivvies become a thing? And did you decide that you needed a way to differentiate? Was it primary colour thing because the kids identify primary colours or what?
Yeah, it was difficult maintaining those. I think it was the second album and we decided that was a simpler way to go and children can identify, if they don't know your name, they can identify your colour. So it was a really good way of engaging the children. So
and you knew that from your childhood education prowess. Wow.
Well, I didn't have the...
you were the musician.
Might I add, an interesting fact, as boring as it may seem, is these 3 guys are the primary colours and I'm a secondary colour, so I didn't have
that's true.
Oh, that's my bad. I said primary colours.
Greg, of course, it's about much more than just putting on a skivvy. I mean, the success and the genius behind you guys, it's really layered. How difficult was it breaking into that American market? Because from then, it just exploded.
Yeah, it's funny. People probably thought it was easy for us to go from being successful in Australia to immediately just playing to packed places in the US.
It didn't play out like that?
No, and that's what that photo in the doco shows. It shows those 5 people at a Blockbuster video store. And
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was pretty much a promo tour.
Were you nervous in front of those 5 people?
We were because...
No.
Well, yeah, because you're in America and you're trying to make a good impression and you know, and I think at that one, I think there was media there from Australia, so it was kind of like, oh, wow, here they are telling the story. So looking back on it now, it is quite incredible for us to recount that journey that we were on and, you know, we've probably forgotten half the stuff that was in there.
Were there 10 people at the next concert?
There were 7.
Things started to get lucrative with the live shows and the merch, because we all love merch, don't we? And mums love merch as well. When did you realise that it was big time? Like, OK, guys, that this is going... We're actually going to do quite well out of this. This is going to be successful.
Well, it started off, which is brilliant, that we never thought about big business. We never thought about the economics of it. We were still teaching, Murray, myself and Greg. But and when we did these little shows, Jeff had a Globite suitcase and he had cassettes or little T-shirts. So it started off very small, but when the people started coming, we realised Jeff's going to need a bigger suitcase.
I love that.
Jeff, when you spoke about the colours of the skivvies, did I hint a hint of animosity there about the colours? Was there ever any friction among the group about who would get
Who got what?
I was quite happy with the purple. And
Jeff and I got the colours we wanted.
you need to speak to these guys.
All I say is I don't want to be negative. I'm just glad Greg got yellow.
And I'm glad too in the end.
And what about the fingers? I mean, where did that start? And I mean,
This is how much time we spend together. We all remember where it came from.
Oh, okay.
And Murray, we're watching a bowling show on Channel 10.
Yeah, it was 10-pin bowling.
Channel 7.
Yeah,
Channel
I think it was the
10.
ABC actually.
Okay.
But it was a 10-pin bowl. They were covering 10-pin bowling, and these two guys, each time if they got a strike or something, they'd turn to each other and they'd both go like this. And we all saw it. But the next day we did a show, and I started doing it on stage.
But Murray also added the kick.
That's right, yeah.
Kick, what
but almost as a bit of a secret, fun thing between just the four of you, right?
It's sort of like an in-joke.
Yeah, an in-joke.
And then it
Love
became a
Do
trademark.
those two 10-pin bowlers, are they aware of what they triggered around the world?
Brenton and Silvano. Yeah,
Brenton
remember the
and
names?
Silvano.
They made a
Shout
big
out
impact.
I think it was out of Adelaide too.
I think they were from
So Adelaide, Brenton and Silvano, well, you started a worldwide revolution.
If anyone found them, it's
Fantastic.
Out of the Beckham's doco, we've just seen that there's allegations and of affairs that come out and everything. We're not going to learn anything here about Dorothy that we don't want to. Are we? Like, I would be devastated.
Everyone was looking at that thinking, where's that question going? So too was I. It's taken quite the turn.
It's taken a turn, but we're not going to learn anything about Dorothy.
She's never married.
No, what you learn about Dorothy is that Dorothy has evolved.
Yes.
So Dorothy's suit, which was made by Murray's wife Meg, originally, you can see that there's a man in there with jeans on, but we realised with early childhood that children are centred thinkers. They only centred on the face.
Yeah.
So that's how we could.
Didn't matter.
It was a very convincing face.
It
Yes.
was,
Yeah,
but
Now we've got 4 dinosaur faces.
Guys, I just love this. So fantastic. It'd be great to delve into where it all came from, and you've been so successful. Congratulations on entertaining
Thank you so
children
much, guys.
and actually parents for many, many years. It's great.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Hot Potato, the story of the Wiggles, is available to stream from tomorrow on Prime Video.
Well, soon for you, does your dancing give away your age? Why one man was left mortified after being